cool. But you're saying his name because of what now?
Right.
Because, and I wasn't being funny. I said every wig in this room, I can probably recreate each style on it. That's me. That's I do. You compare me to somebody with followers. Now if you look at their page, and no disrespect to Anthony, his creativity isn't the same as mine.
Right.
Yes, I'm sitting at this table because I have creativity. Not because I have followers, but because I have creativity. That made me feel a certain kind of way. Because the world is up at this point.
But you know what, Terrence, they're looking at that on a business.
Well, they're looking at that. I get.
Yeah, they're not doing it like it's for your creativity or your talent.
See, they're not taking away your
They're
credit.
talking about the followers because that's a business.
Because they're trying to make money themselves.
Yeah.
It's revenue.
That's what they're doing.
But what I was bringing to the table was something way more than his followers. Not just me. It was 2 other people on my team with way more followers than that. These were actually celebrities. So I'm trying to figure out, because he's a hairstylist and I'm the hairstylist.
It's like comparing oranges and apples.
It was weird to me, and I was
y'all
like,
on 2 different levels. Like,
why did you ask me that? But you know what? I broke it down to him. The same thing I just broke down to y'all, and they said, we understand you better. If we don't speak on it, it's never going to get clear. If we don't say or speak how you honestly feel, and I said it's no disrespect for this man. I said, because I love his work and I love him. I said, but you're not going to compare my resume to followers. I've been doing for too long. And when I spoke and told them how I felt about the situation, they understood me better.
Nah, one thing I do like, and I mean, I'm give that to Razor Chick. If she is the older generation, she keeps up with the newer generation. And social media,
and she's
I'm
consistent.
saying, you
consistent.
But I'm saying you're very consistent about
no
it.
matter
So
what,
you're
they
gonna
go
give
there when they stay short.
you're gonna give the younger generation that does short cuts a run for their money.
Yeah.
Because not only can you educate them from stuff way back then that they can't offer, but you keeping up. You know what I'm saying? You keeping up with the social media. And I mean, I really do like that, about you. I think
I want to see
that's what I was
versatility
just
in
speaking
everyone.
about, basically bridging the 2 worlds together. Like, staying current with the new school, but I'm actually old school. I'm not old, but I'm amongst the old school people.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, and actually, Portia is amongst the old school people as well. Portia is one of the ones that I looked up to when I came to Atlanta years ago. Way before social media. You like Portia, like that whole Decatur area, she had like Decatur on lock for doing hair. So her name was ringing like no other, and I never forget her, constantly, pressuring me to get on Instagram, because I was just on Facebook just doing my own thing. I was just like them. I ain't really had time to be dipping on social media or whatever. But she was just like, girl, get on Instagram. I'm telling you something about Instagram. It's just something about Instagram. And I finally got on Instagram, and I see Instagram has changed a lot of people's lives. It really has, for good. I would say majority for good. It has really changed a lot of people's lives. My wish is just that people that have platforms really educate people, because we have voices to educate the masses of people on what's really going on, when you can really be transparent and be honest with yourself. Because everything that I do when I'm teaching classes, I teach basically going back to the basics of hair, right? And just going back to the basics of hair, just with your own little twist or whatever, because how many of you in this room know that history repeats itself, right?
Of course.
Yes.
History repeats itself, and I see that the industry is definitely going to turn around, and people are going to get back to wearing their hair, especially once they see all the damage that's been done to their hair from years of abandonment. And that is an issue that I chose to not longer keep sweeping it up under the rug. No, we're going to peel this rug back, and we're going to deal with this. No, seriously, because they all come to my salon. My salon has turned into a landmark for problem hair. All of us literally have to keep tissue in our station, because it's like they come there, and I mean, they all have different stories on what they've been doing to their hair for so many years. And it really just blows my mind for a woman to sit in my chair and to tell me that they haven't worn their hair in 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 years since you wore your hair. I just don't understand it to save my life. That, for 15, 20 years repeatedly, you keep putting extensions in your hair. And I say all the time in every interview that I do, I'm not anti-weave at all. Because ones in here that really, really know me, you guys know I used to lay some quick weaves and all this stuff out back in the day. So, I mean, I'm not anti-weave at all, but I just see over the years what it has done to people's hair. And like I said, what I just realized, once again, if we can all in here be honest with each other and say that hair extensions is the new modern day drug. And I want you to be honest, but I want everybody here to be honest with themselves and I want you to think about it. It's the new modern day drug, right? And if you pay attention to trends and times and like look over your life, right? And if you think back to the early 80s and 90s, a lot of people was hooked on cocaine and drugs, right? And so this generation of people wouldn't go get hooked on cocaine and drugs because we saw what it did to that generation of people. Right. So what's trending now is everything instant gratifications, long hair, wigs, everything's false, everything like instant gratification. That's what's trending now. But I will say, being caught up with trends, somewhere down the line, months or years later, will have you in a corner crying, regretting all the things that you did to yourself. Because how many here know when people was getting tattoos and piercings and all types of stuff back in the day? I know me, I regret some of the tattoos that I got. If I can turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't even have no tattoos. But once again, paying attention to what's trending. And if you pay attention to what's going on with the beauty industry, if I want you to think back 20 years ago when salons was standing room only. Now when you walk into salons are empty. Because everybody's walking around with weaves, braids, and wigs. So you have no reason to come into a salon anymore. When you actually seeing client retention, when you seeing them every 2 or 3 weeks to coming into the salon, they don't have no reason to come to see you now because they walking around with, like I said, with units on. So, and then pay attention to product sales. When you go into beauty supply stores, products are not selling. What we're spending our money on right now is hair.
And got to be glued.
We're gonna let's be honest.
But my honesty on that, I don't think that
distributors are not even coming in salons anymore because products is not is no need to sell products anymore.
And also now everyone has the resource to start their own, and that's another reason too. So
but I don't think it's the weave.
Well, it's not the
I gotta
weave.
stop at that because that's an argument to me. Like you can't.
I want you to start paying attention.
No, but let me tell you because
let me say this. Start paying attention to the number of people that you see that have extensions in their hair.
But here's my thing.
You can't go in a restaurant and see a person with natural hair.
But here's my point. Y'all keep saying that. But the people, it doesn't matter. It's not. It's not even the wigs and the weave. It's the people that have to learn how to take care of their hair. Wait. Let me say this. But here's my point. I was doing an artist the other day in New York. She was taking her braids out, and I was like, "Yo, you got all this hair up under here," and I'm sitting there combing through it and scratching her scalp. I was like, "Why you ain't take these braids off?" She's like, "Because everybody up here, all they do is wigs. Don't nobody want to do my natural hair no more. They just want to put the wigs on, but they don't. It's not about. I would love to do wigs too, because that's what I'm known for. But it's nothing wrong with doing that as long as you're taking care of the hair that's up under there. Everybody doesn't do that.
Yeah. That's the problem.
And when I did that,
these young styles don't know how to treat the hair.
I looked at that hair and I'm like, yo,
that's the problem.
Trim this hair and all that. I stayed up so she could trim her hair and everything and fell asleep. But I said, that's crazy. She said that because you and I actually had that conversation like that day.
So let's go back to beauty school.
Take the auto back.
I'm ready.
No, it's time to go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to theory, right?
Ooh.
Go back to theory.
Let's go.
It's like the first week.
What do you expect? What do you expect for hair to do if it's braiding? It already has tension from the braids being locked down for weeks upon weeks.
That's the person who braided.
Let me finish. The hair is already locked down for weeks upon weeks, and the average person like 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 bundles of hair. That's my sister. I love her to death. It's my sister. But no, some people love a whole bunch.
12 bundles?
The average, you said?
The average person.
12?
4 to 6 bundles of hair in their head, right? And their hair has to deal with all that tension from them braids being locked up from all that time, all the weight from all that hair being pulled on constantly, and from it being smothered on for months on top of months. What do you expect for hair to do when you finally take it out? after it's been dealing with all that pressure and that tension.
Yeah, but
Nobody can explain why you take them braids and leave a handful of hair.
But can we all say that hair speaks to you? Come on now. Hair speaks to you, and it tells you what it needs.
So true.
But
listen, yeah.
But what I need, I get what you're saying.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Speaks to you. I sat here and I was just listening for a minute. But
I get what you're saying, and we don't have these conversations about hair because she is into just doing natural hair. Whereas when I do my clients' hair, all my clients have long hair up under those quick weaves. It's not the weaves that's taking the hair out. It is that person that is doing the hair that does not know how to protect the hair. All protected hair weaves are not good, but protected hair weaves are good. Some people are doing just putting a cap on, gluing the hair in. They think it's a protected hair weave. That's not a protected hair weave. A protected hair weave is you braid that hair up.
And you take care of it.
You put some paper on that hair over that whole head. You put a cap on that. You stitch it down. Then you apply the glue onto the hair. When my clients take their hair out, they can just cut around the band, cut around that thread, pull it off. They got a head full of hair. And now this is one thing I do say. I understand what she's saying. She's saying about the extensions, and I think you're just looking at the sew-ins. I don't even suggest sew-ins to my clients if they want their hair to grow.
Well, Miss Gail makes my sewing.
How long is that like a quick weave you're saying? My quick weave.
I've never done a quick weave.
Okay, let me explain something. Let me give you an example of some of the clients, and I have. If you go,
you never done a quick weave.
Listen, Gail. Let me give you an example of some of the. I'm gonna give you an example of some of the. If you go on my page, you will see that I may post. This young lady came in from California to get her hair done, and you may see that person more than one time on my page because of the fact they always tell me, "I've had a quick weave. I've never had it done like this. I see why you charge so much." When I took my hair, there was no glue in my hair, and my hair is grown.
How do they get to their scalp, like with a quick weave?
They can't. Now, honestly, they can't get to their scalp. But when some keep it 2 months, some may keep it. Some may keep it a
And don't
month.
shampoo it.
Some may keep it 2 weeks.
But then
It depends upon the person.
But I ain't gonna say this unlikely because I've seen it.
Now, what we're not going to listen. This is what's not
I'm a big fan of weaves.
This is how I feel about this. When it comes down to things, because we can say this about weaves all day long, but then we can turn around and say the same thing if you relax somebody hair to death, you color somebody hair to death.
Right.
You know, it's all these things that go.
Right.
Weave is just not the only situation that
It's
it's about.
It's
and the
the
thing is
person
that it's a person who's doing it. And
It
then what you
boils down
said,
to the
like you
person
said-
that's doing it.
Like you said, Razor, go back to theory. But the thing is, you gotta remember, a lot of people don't even know theory. A lot of people ain't been to school. So a lot of people are doing things. They're doing things off of what they saw for YouTube. So you can't blame weave for everything that's going on. Because I'm saying that's a trend. Because I think I do weaves, and I have clients that come and get their hair done. I got all my clients. I don't have clients with traction alopecia. I don't have clients with bald spot.
I don't
My
have
clients
that
got
either. I may
so
have
the thing
one or
is,
two.
so when you make the best way you explain it when you start explaining it is the word abandonment. That's the best word to explain it. But because the thing is, it's really
But you can tell a client all day long that they need to come back and see you in 2 or 3 weeks. But as long as their hair look like something.
But the thing is, what I'm saying to you is that that is the client situation. Like all I could do as a hairstylist is educate you the best way it is to keep you have healthy hair. So for me, if I'm doing my part as a hairstylist to make sure that you have healthy hair, the thing that whatever you go home and do is on you. Like you could cut somebody's hair off and do what they want to do. And if they go back home and get their darker level, relax their hair again, they can't, and they come to me and say, well, Ray's chick cut my hair, but I relaxed it myself. Okay, that's the problem. Relaxes is killing everybody. Like we can't make that statement because that's what she chose to go home and do. I know, I know I've seen Gail's work. I know me personally, I've seen Portia's work when it comes down to weave, and I know clients that our clients got hair. So it's a certain group of people that stuff just that. You know, so but you can't take that. That's across the board, all the way across the board. So you can't take that.
Some people doing it for money. They're not doing it because they
I've
love.
had clients come
they care about what's up under your weave. They ain't doing it because.
But let me say this.
Right.
Yeah, you've been doing. I've watched you do. Now you do infusions, and that's the love on the hair, strand by strand. And I've watched your clients still have long hair and come in there. I come in there and watch you work, and I've seen it. Their hair's still long.
Right.
And it's the way she removes it. It's the way she removes it.
It's not the weave. And that's what I have when I see you post. When you say that, it's got to be. It's just certain things like when you say that because it's blaming the weave and and people walk around with weave for convenience. Yeah. It's because they don't.
Because they need a haircut.
No, they don't want to do that.
People don't want to do that.
Some people don't want to do their hair
short.
People don't want their hair short. They take their hair down. They say, "Oh, my hair grows." Oh, it's so long. But it's so
we're not even doing a proper consultation to even figure out what's going on with the person, to try to figure out if they on any type of medications, what they do for a living, you know, just basically having a decent consultation with a person to see what's going on with them and what they're trying to achieve. When clients come into my salon, they not only do they fill out a consent form, they fill out an evaluation form, and basically on that evaluation form, it gives you an idea of, you know, when the last time they had a chemical, are they on any type of medications, how they found out about the salon, you know, what are their hair goals. I mean, just a whole series of questions. They cut that period. They cut period. Right. They don't do it at all. That's what I'm saying. They don't. That's what I'm saying. That's what the problem is. We're not educating the clients, the consumers. Period. We're not educating them. And then on top of that, we can't even work together. How many of you in here know when salons back in the day, once again, when salons were standing room only and it was 10 and 15 to 20 people working in one salon, now when you walk into a salon, you good if you see 5 stylists in one salon. God, you doing good if you see 5 stylists in one salon. Seriously.
I got 10 in mind.
Now just be honest. And you know, once again, following trends and following times. If you look around, you know, you see everybody separating them amongst themselves. People going back home to do hair. People going in salon suites. Where they come from?
Everybody's
going to want to work
with them. Can I ask you?
You don't know.
There's no teamwork.
Can I ask you a question?
There ain't no teamwork in them suites. I don't like them suites.
I understand.
Girl, I'm opening up a suite.
Well, listen, I understand from your experiences in your salon, you get a lot of clients that come in from weaves, correct? From weave damage.
The common denominator to all of their stories.
The thing is that.
But I never just strongly just promote relaxers. I'm big on texture.
I'm not saying
what your hair can and can't do.
No. I'm saying that. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying that. I know what my thing is about, but what I don't do is denounce it. I don't say that. You know, I don't say like the thing. So the thing is like you're passionate about extensions, about not doing them.
If you got women sitting in your chair every day, all day,
I have a lot of women in my
story.
But I have a lot of women.
You don't have no choice but to speak about it. If you deal with this every day.
But the thing is, what I've said to you, in the position that you are, in the social media platform that you are, the thing, what happens that it get the way, regardless of where your heart is with it, the way the message comes off is that people that do weaves it's bad, and you shouldn't go to these people, and you don't. And the thing is that they're not educated because they don't understand what weaves do to you, and how dare they do this to your hair, because that's how you come off.
I can't help how people receive it. I never say that, you know, because there's a lane. There's a need for it. There is a need for. There's a need for whole lace units and all of that. To me personally, you know, that stuff was made for theatrical and for people who didn't have hair at all.
Right.
You know, but a lot of people, you know, with platforms are completely braiding down people's actual hair, putting on full units and a face full of makeup, and that's what they're known for. You know what I'm saying? Versus on, you know, doing something to their, versus on, you know, putting a whether their hair stays long, a bomb haircut on it, a bomb color on it, Because really that shows who really know what they're doing.
Right, that's
people
true.
that can be able to really cut and color some hair and to keep their hair.
Can I have five people from over here?
Yeah, seriously.
Let me tell you
that really separates, the people. Me, I don't do a whole lot of talking. I just let my work do it for itself. I didn't do anything special to make these people follow me. I'm not saying this in an offensive way, but I'm just saying I didn't do anything to make these people follow me. I just, I'm not paying attention to what they're doing over here, what they're doing over there. I don't care about what nobody doing around me. I'm focusing on what I'm doing and putting my work out there. Whoever likes it, likes it. And evidently, I'm going against the grain because I'm getting so much, awards and so many different, like I said,
you've been recognized for
articles for
you've been recognized
for speaking about what nobody is speaking. No one has stepped.
No, I'm with you. I'm with everything that you. I'm with everything that you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I understand everything that you're saying. All I'm saying to you, all I'm saying is that what we all do know, even what we all know, just because we're saying something that's right. Let me put it right. We're saying. I understand everything you're saying, and I agree with you. And some things, but the thing is that instead of denouncing, it's the people that's doing it, and we know that. It's the people that's being educated. That is the techniques they're doing. It's people that's not educated doing it wrong.
You started about when you said YouTube University, but here's the thing: you said be real. So let's be real.
Come on,
around the room, in the room right now, where we are right now. It's a $9 billion industry. Tell me who does not have extensions in their head right now. If you don't have it in your head right now, raise your hand. If we're going to be real with each other, and you know what I'm saying. Let's be real. So I get your point, what you're saying, and I totally get the point that Derek is saying as well, because of the fact that it is people out there that are not being accountable for what I'm trying to find the great words to say.
Who are
non-licensed, right? Who are not being accountable for it. You wouldn't find something in Gail's salon where she's doing an extension where it's some foolishness that she's rolling up. You've already just said it, where she's rolling up and lining up and doing whatever, some keratin links in their head where she's burning them up too close to the scalp or too far down. You won't find that. You'll find the perfect technique that's in their head. And the same thing with you. Same thing. And again, I've seen your razor cuts all the time, and you too, as far as your own natural cuts. I've seen the work. What we're having a problem, especially in the educational piece, as an educator, is that we're educating them, but they're finding something easier to put on, which is the lace front wigs, the colorful pieces, and they're not telling them that this. And excuse me, because my friend makes this one. What is it, boho? My friend makes that one. I love it to death, Tamika. I love it to death. But they're not telling them that stuff is taking out their hair.
Because they're putting it on their hair.
Because they're putting it on their hair instead of the exactly.
That's the problem.
So you're not educating
it's the stylist. It's not.
And so it's the
stylist.
It goes back to it's the stylist and the technique that they're using. They're not using a correct technique. Every weave does not take out your hair.
No.
Well, eyelashes take out people's eyelashes, but people still put them damn eyelashes.
But they still put them on.
Mac was made for theatrical theater, but people still pack Mac on their face, and then your face is all jacked up.
I want to ask this question. And when I say this, when I tell y'all this is coming from a great place, this is coming from a warm place. This is not to attack nobody or nothing, but we're here to have an open conversation to heal. And to help heal others, because there's many people that's going to see this.
Right.
All of us have large platforms, so I find it a little strange that I'm the only female in here out of 7 that's wearing my own hair. And I want to go around the room and I want to ask you guys, why do you have it in your hair, and how long has it been since you wore your real hair? I'm gonna start with Dee Dee.
Start with me. I wore my hair 30 days ago. 30 days ago, but I started working out, and because my age is a little bit up there, sometimes in the middle of the night I have issues. And when I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to deal with them, I just
convenience.
Yeah, it's convenience, but when I tell you it's so temporary, and when I go to bed at night, it's not here.
Okay.
It comes off, and I deep condition my hair.
Convenience.
Right.
Okay.
Convenience.
I mean, my hair is actually long and good under here. She's take care of it. I actually wear mine probably like a month ago. I braid my own real hair down, so I got good hair. I just like
you braid it down or you wear? No, when the last time you just completely not no extensions at all?
Oh, that was a month ago. I braided my.
How long did you wear it out?
Probably for was it like 2 weeks? Because we were
A week.
Yeah, like a week. But I wear it because it just make you look good.
So you enjoy it.
So you don't feel like you're enough.
No, proud. I guess that's what you want to say. I don't feel like it gives me that look that I want. Basically.
No, you're enough.
Just
Don't
because
let.
of the Glam.
But you
No.
It's
Gotta get there.
because
So
of
you don't. So you don't feel like you're enough.
No, I feel like
I'm asking a question.
No, it's okay because I get what you're saying. I'm not a weak mind, but I get what you're saying. I guess you could say I don't feel like I'm enough because when I put my hair on, I really feel like that girl. Like, and when I don't have it, I still feel good, but it's just a different feel. Like it's two different feelings. You can give blendable cunt, but I'd rather give diva cunt.
You don't feel like you can be diva.
Yeah, I mean,
I've shown up diva.
I've done.
So you don't feel like you can be diva.
I've done diva without it. I've done diva without it. But just like people say, it goes farther than that. Like as far as me like doing the diva cunt that I do with my hair, it just gives me a whole nother smack. So it's added on to the diva that I already am. Which we know I ain't always had hair, so it's like I've been a diva, but now I like having hair. So now this is just a new part of me.
So that's the two. That's the two main reasons right there. But we're gonna keep going around the room. Convenience, and to
enhance.
Yeah, people don't feel like they are enough, so they got to put on all this false stuff to feel beautiful. So
in your own words.
Because you're gonna let her keep saying that.
Yeah,
it's not that. You keep making it seem like you feel like
real. Jazz, that's not a good situation. Let me tell you something. That sounds like that's not good. This is what white people do to black people, and that's not cool. That's like what people say when somebody says, "Well, why don't you wear your natural hair? Oh, you press your hair out because you want to be Caucasian, because you think that's right. Why are you wearing your hair blonde? Because you think that blonde." I know, but you're asking a question that question ain't cool. You're asking a question to downplay why people made a choice to do what they want to do. Yes, it is. That's like asking. Well, you know what, Jazz? You can buy your clothes from Walmart, but you choose to buy from Gucci. Do you buy from Gucci because you want to feel like you can't? People have choices to do what they want to do with their hair. I think we went from people making a healthy choice for their hair to why you're choosing to wear it. Japan can say, I put weave in because I felt like doing it today. But you can't, because people do what they want to do.
Why did you do it?
I understand that, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that I can say, why is your hair blonde? Why'd you dye your hair blonde? Mm-hmm. Why?
Because I wanted to color my hair.
But my thing is that why can't that answer? Why can't you try to pull an answer out of everybody? That's not. I understand. No, I understand. But what I'm saying to you is that you're asking them questions about why they chose to do hair, why they chose to do whatever it is. They're giving you the reason, convenience. Okay. Enhancement. But you enhance it because you don't feel like you're good enough.